After 60, your muscles are vanishing faster than you think, not from aging, but from 7 silent daily habits you don't even realize you're doing. If you're feeling weaker, slower, or more tired lately, this video could change everything. Most people assume muscle loss is just a natural part of getting older, a slow, unavoidable slide into weakness, joint pain, and shrinking energy. But science now tells us something very different. Your muscles don't fade because of age. They fade because of neglect and hidden daily habits that quietly erode your strength. Yes, even if you try to eat healthy, even if you stay active, these 7 habits can override all your efforts. They can turn your body into a muscle-burning machine and leave you more vulnerable to falls, fatigue, and frailty. But here's the good news. Once you know what these habits are and how to replace them, your body can still rebuild muscle, improve mobility, and restore energy even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. So stick with me because we're going to expose each of these silent strength killers. I'll show you the science behind how they drain your body and give you clear, simple steps you can take today to stop the damage and start gaining back the muscle you've lost. And if you care about protecting your health, strength, and independence as you age, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I post weekly content that helps you live longer, move better, and feel stronger, naturally. 1. Neglecting protein and nutrition. Let's start with the most foundational mistake: not eating enough quality protein. This is one of the most common and most damaging habits people fall into after 60. You may think, I'm not bodybuilding, I'm not trying to bulk up, I don't need that much protein anymore. But nothing could be further from the truth. As you age, your need for protein actually increases, not decreases. Here's why. The aging muscle crisis. Why protein becomes essential. As we get older, a condition called anabolic resistance sets in. It means that your muscles become less sensitive to the signals that tell them to grow and repair, including dietary protein. When you were 30, eating 15 grams of protein might have been enough to stimulate muscle repair, but after 60, your body needs much more to achieve the same effect. If you eat like you used to in your younger years, a light breakfast, a small sandwich for lunch, maybe some chicken at dinner, you're likely underfeeding your muscles every single day. That chronic underfeeding leads to loss of muscle mass, weakening of connective tissue, slower recovery from injury, increased fat gain, especially around the belly, and ultimately, less independence and more risk of falling. It doesn't matter how much you walk or how active you think you are. If your muscles aren't being fed, they'll begin to waste away, slowly, silently, relentlessly. How much protein do seniors actually need? The standard recommendation, around 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, is based on avoiding deficiency, not maintaining health. In reality, studies show that older adults need closer to 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight to maintain and build muscle. Let's make that practical. If you weigh 150 pounds, 68 kilograms, you need around 80 to 110 grams of protein per day. Not 40, not 50. Over 100 grams every day. And here's something most people miss. Your body can't store protein like it stores fat or carbs. That means you can't eat a huge steak at dinner and expect your muscles to stay strong. You need protein distributed across all meals. What happens when you don't get enough? It doesn't always show up immediately. At first it's subtle. You feel sore longer after walking, you wake up with tight hips or shoulders. You struggle to carry groceries up the stairs. Your posture starts to shift, slightly hunched or imbalanced. You lose confidence in your footing. Eventually it leads to more dangerous outcomes: sarcopenia, severe muscle wasting, frailty syndrome, hospitalization after even minor illnesses, longer recovery times after injury or surgery. Worse, muscle loss often leads to fat gain, even if you're eating less, because your metabolism slows down drastically without lean muscle to keep it running. How to fix it? Daily protein habits that build muscle. The good news, muscle responds at any age. Even in your 70s, 80s, or 90s, your body still builds muscle when given the right fuel. Here's how to fix your protein habits step by step. 1. Start with breakfast. Most seniors eat a carbohydrate-heavy breakfast: toast, cereal, fruit, maybe coffee. These spike your blood sugar but offer no support for your muscles. Instead, start the day with at least 25-30 grams of high-quality protein. Good options include 3-4 eggs plus Greek yogurt, a protein shake with whey, pea, or collagen protein, cottage cheese with berries and nuts, a turkey or salmon breakfast wrap. This jumpstarts muscle repair and gives your metabolism a morning boost. 2. Add protein to every meal. Make it a rule: no meal without protein. Aim for 25-30 grams at breakfast, 25-35 grams at lunch, 30-40 grams at dinner. Examples of protein-rich choices: grilled chicken breast, 100g, 31g protein; salmon fillet, 100g, 25g protein; lentils, cooked, 1 cup, 18g protein; Greek yogurt, plain, 1 cup, 20g protein; eggs, 2 large, 12g protein; tofu, firm, 1/2 block, 20g protein; whey protein powder, 1 scoop, 20-25g protein. You don't need fancy or expensive ingredients, just consistency. 3. Use protein supplements wisely. If you struggle to reach your targets with food alone, a protein shake or powder can help. Look for whey protein isolate, fast digesting, high bioavailability; collagen peptides, great for tendons, joints, and skin; plant-based blends if dairy doesn't work for you; pea plus rice protein, mix with water, milk, or smoothies. Take it between meals or after light strength training. Avoid sugary meal replacements. They often spike insulin without nourishing your muscles. 4. Support with muscle-building nutrients. Protein works best when paired with vitamin D, essential for muscle contraction, and calcium balance. Magnesium helps prevent cramps and supports energy metabolism. Creatine, safe for older adults, improves strength and recovery. Leucine, an amino acid that switches on muscle growth. You can get these through food, fish, nuts, leafy greens, dairy, or supplements, depending on your diet. How long until you see results? With consistent protein intake and some basic movement, we'll get to that in section 2, most seniors notice changes in week 1, 2, less fatigue, better energy; week 3, 4, firmer muscles, easier walking; week 5, 6, stronger grip, better balance; week 7, plus, noticeable increase in daily strength. These aren't bodybuilder results, they're functional results. You'll walk with more ease, bend without pain, and feel confident rising from a chair or climbing stairs. And all it takes is fixing your protein habit. Final word on nutrition and muscle health: muscle is made from protein. No amount of walking, stretching, or wishing can replace that basic truth. If you're serious about staying strong after 60, you must treat protein like your daily medicine for independence. So today, take inventory. What did you eat yesterday? How much protein did you actually consume? And how can tomorrow be better? Your future strength depends on today's plate. 2. Skipping resistance and strength training. You might think walking every day is enough, or maybe you stay active doing house chores, gardening, or errands. These are wonderful habits, no doubt, but they're not enough to stop muscle loss after 60. In fact, avoiding strength training is one of the most dangerous habits you can carry into your older years. Let's be clear. After age 30, you start losing 3% to 8% of your muscle mass per decade if you don't actively maintain it. After 60, that number rises sharply. And the only proven way to slow, stop, or even reverse this process is through resistance training. Yes, even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond. Let's dive into why this matters so much and how to do it safely, even if you've never set foot in a gym. Why muscle vanishes without strength training. Here's the basic truth. Muscle follows demand. If you don't challenge your muscles, they shrink. If you stimulate them with resistance, even light resistance, they respond by growing stronger. This is called mechanical tension, and it's the primary trigger for muscle development at all ages. As a senior, your muscles are more stubborn due to anabolic resistance, which we discussed earlier. That means they need a stronger, clearer signal to grow. Walking, while beneficial for your heart and joints, doesn't provide enough of that signal. Without regular resistance training, you may notice arms becoming soft and weak, trouble lifting pots, grocery bags, or laundry baskets, difficulty rising from the floor or low chairs, declining posture, especially in the shoulders and spine, imbalance, and higher fall risk. This isn't just about looking toned, it's about functional independence. Resistance training. Weightlifting at the gym. When I say resistance training, you might imagine heavy dumbbells or intimidating machines. But the reality is much more accessible. Resistance training simply means working your muscles against resistance, something that makes them exert effort. That can include body weight, for example squats, push-ups on a wall; resistance bands, affordable, joint-friendly and portable; light dumbbells or household objects, water bottles, soup cans, machines, or guided strength programs, if you're comfortable. The goal is not to strain or injure, it's to challenge your muscles just enough to trigger adaptation. The 5 essential muscle groups. Seniors must train legs, quads, hamstrings, glutes, essential for walking, standing, and climbing stairs. Core, abs, obliques, lower back, key to posture, spinal health, and preventing falls. Upper back and shoulders, traps, deltoids, rhomboids, crucial for posture and carrying groceries or lifting objects. Arms, biceps, triceps, help with reaching, lifting, opening jars, and dressing. Chest, pecs, supports pushing movements and shoulder health. Even 2-3 short sessions per week focusing on these areas can create dramatic changes in strength, balance, and mobility within just weeks. Benefits of strength training. After 60, backed by research, more than 100 studies have now confirmed that resistance training is not only safe, but incredibly beneficial for older adults. Here's what regular strength training has been shown to do. Reverse sarcopenia, muscle loss, improve insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control, strengthen bones, reducing osteoporosis risk, protect joints and lower arthritis pain, boost brain function and cognitive health, enhance mood, reduce anxiety and depression, reduce fall risk by up to 40%, extend independence and reduce hospitalizations. In short, it is one of the single most powerful tools you have to age well. How to start strength training safely and effectively. You don't need a personal trainer or a gym membership. You just need a few simple rules and the commitment to start small. Here's how. 1. Use the slow plus controlled method. Never rush. Always prioritize form over speed. Every repetition should be 2 seconds to lift, 2 seconds to lower, controlled breathing. Exhale on effort, inhale on release. This reduces injury risk and improves muscle activation. 2. Start with body weight and bands. You don't need weights at first. Try chair squats. Stand up and sit down slowly. Wall push-ups, leaning against a wall. Resistance band rows. Step-ups using a stair or low platform. Standing leg raises for hip and core strength. Start with one set of 10-12 reps, twice a week, then gradually add more sets or resistance as your strength improves. 3. Follow a balanced weekly routine. A simple 3-day routine might look like: day Monday, focus, lower body, example, squats, leg lifts, step-ups. Day Wednesday, focus, upper body plus core, example, rows, push-ups, shoulder raises. Day Friday, focus, full body plus balance, example, chair squats, core holds, lunges. Each session can be 20-30 minutes long. 4. Listen to your body, not your age. You are not too old to get strong. You are only too old if you let your mind decide that for you. In fact, strength training can feel easier than cardio for many older adults because it's slower, focused, and often more rewarding. Common feedback from seniors who start strength training. I can finally carry my groceries again. I don't need to grab the wall when I get out of bed. My knees don't hurt as much anymore. I feel confident again. All from consistent, moderate resistance training, addressing common excuses and fears. Let's tackle a few myths. I have arthritis, won't it make it worse? No. Proper strength training actually protects joints by strengthening the muscles that support them. I've never done it before. It's too late. It's never too late. Studies show that even people in their 90s build new muscle and regain function through light resistance exercises. I might hurt myself. You're far more likely to get hurt from weakness, falls, or poor balance than from careful strength training. When done correctly, it's one of the safest things you can do. I don't have time. A simple 20-minute routine 2-3 times a week can produce meaningful changes. The power of progress, what you can expect. Stick with strength training for 6-8 weeks and watch what happens. Week 1. 2. Better energy, improved mood. Week 3. 4. Easier movement, less joint pain. Week 5, 6, stronger legs, more stability. Week 7, 8, noticeable muscle tone, better balance. These aren't pipe dreams. They're normal outcomes from doing a few basic movements regularly. You don't need to go hard. You just need to start and stay consistent. Final thoughts on resistance training. Skipping strength training is like leaving your car outside in the snow, uncovered year after year. Eventually the engine stalls, the tires go flat, and the frame begins to rust. But with care, maintenance, and a little effort, your engine, your muscles, can serve you well for decades. Your body is capable of rebuilding itself, but only if you ask it to. So if you've been avoiding resistance training, make today the last day. Start small, stay safe, but most of all, start. You're doing your best, eating healthy, staying active, even trying a few exercises, but somehow, your muscles still feel weak. Your strength hasn't improved, you feel tired even after rest. What's going on? The answer may lie in something more subtle, the silent daily habits that cause your muscles to break down quietly over time. This process is called catabolism, and it's more common than most people realize after 60. Unlike an injury or illness, catabolism doesn't announce itself with loud symptoms. Instead, it chips away at your strength, mobility, and independence day by day. unless you stop it in its tracks. Let's explore these hidden muscle-killing habits, and how to reverse them starting today. Catabolism is your body's natural process of breaking down tissue. It's the opposite of anabolism, which is building tissue. You need both to survive. But with age, the balance tips toward catabolism. When you're younger, your body has powerful anabolic hormones, growth hormone, testosterone, IGF-1, that help you recover quickly, build muscle easily, and stay energized. After 60, those hormone levels drop, and catabolic signals like cortisol, inflammation, stress dominate. The result? You lose more muscle than you rebuild. Your recovery slows down. Your body prioritizes survival mode over growth mode. This is why seemingly harmless habits can do serious damage, because your muscles are more vulnerable now than they were 10 years ago. Let's unpack 7 of the most common daily catabolic triggers and how to fix them. Sitting for long periods without movement. You might think rest is good for your joints and muscles, but excessive sitting is one of the most destructive habits for seniors. Why? Because when you sit for long periods, blood flow slows, muscle activation drops to near zero, fat accumulation increases, especially around the belly, posture deteriorates, which strains your back and neck. Worse, the more you sit, the faster your glute muscles and leg strength waste away, making it harder to get up, balance, or walk confidently. Fix. Set a movement reminder every 45 minutes. Stand up, stretch, walk around the room, or do 5 bodyweight squats. Even 2-3 minutes of movement keeps your muscles awake. Poor sleep and inconsistent bedtimes. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. If you're sleeping poorly, even if you're in bed 8 hours, your muscles never fully recover. Sleep deprivation leads to increased cortisol, a catabolic hormone, decreased muscle protein synthesis, reduced testosterone and growth hormone, higher risk of insulin resistance. In other words, poor sleep puts your body into muscle-wasting mode. As we age, maintaining muscle health becomes crucial. Muscle loss or sarcopenia can impact our strength, mobility, and overall quality of life. Understanding how to combat this can help seniors live more active and fulfilling lives. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Try magnesium-rich foods like almonds, spinach, and bananas. Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. Even improving sleep by 30 minutes a night can lead to better strength and recovery. Protein is essential for muscle health, but timing and quality matter. Seniors should aim to consume protein-rich foods throughout the day, not just in one meal. This helps in maintaining muscle mass and promoting repair. You might eat enough calories, but not enough quality protein, or you eat most of it at dinner. That's a mistake. Seniors need more protein than younger adults to stimulate muscle repair, and you must spread it out over the day. Your body can only absorb and use 20 to 30 grams of protein at a time for muscle repair. Anything beyond that gets stored or excreted. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal, especially breakfast. Great options include eggs, Greek yogurt, whey protein shakes, cottage cheese, chicken, turkey, or tofu. Don't save protein for dinner. Give your muscles fuel throughout the day. Managing chronic stress is crucial for maintaining muscle health. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, which can break down muscle tissue. So, it's important to find ways to relax and unwind. Practices like meditation, deep breathing exercises, and even regular physical activity can help reduce stress levels. Remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. You might not feel stressed, but your body might be living in a chronic cortisol loop. This hormone, released during stress, is highly catabolic. Chronic stress does the following: breaks down muscle tissue, increases belly fat, disrupts sleep and digestion, suppresses your immune system, and slows recovery from exercise. For older adults, even minor stress like loud news, constant worry, or loneliness can raise cortisol levels dangerously high. Meditate or breathe deeply for 5 minutes daily. Walk in nature regularly. Connect with friends or family. Journal before bed. Limit news and digital noise. Muscles grow best in calm environments, both inside and outside your mind. In this section, we'll discuss the importance of meal timing and how it interacts with your medications. For seniors, it's crucial to time meals around your medication schedule to avoid any adverse effects. Certain medications can affect your appetite or cause digestive issues, so eating at regular intervals can help mitigate these problems. Always consult your healthcare provider to create a meal plan that works harmoniously with your medication regimen. Remember, consistency is key to maintaining muscle health and overall well-being. Intermittent fasting may work for younger adults, but for seniors, long fasting windows can worsen muscle loss, especially if you're not exercising intensely. If you go 16 hours without eating, your body may begin breaking down muscle tissue for energy, especially if protein intake is low. Eat every 4 to 5 hours during the day. Include a protein source and fiber at each meal. Avoid skipping breakfast, it sets the tone for muscle health all day. Some common medications accelerate catabolism, including corticosteroids for inflammation and asthma statins for cholesterol, certain blood pressure drugs and antidepressants. These can impair muscle repair, reduce nutrient absorption, or increase inflammation. And never stop medication without your doctor's approval. Discuss muscle side effects with your physician. Ask about adding coenzyme Q10, vitamin D, or magnesium to support muscle health. Focus extra on protein and strength training if you're on these medications. Knowledge is power. Knowing your medication's impact allows you to protect your muscles. Muscle is 75% water. Dehydration makes muscle cells less efficient, limits nutrient delivery, and increases the risk of cramps and fatigue. Many seniors drink too little water, either because of reduced thirst, bladder concerns, or simply forgetting. Drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. Carry a water bottle and sip throughout the day. Flavor with lemon, cucumber, or mint if plain water is hard to drink. Eat water-rich foods like melons, cucumbers, and soups. Just 1 to 2% dehydration can cause a 10% drop in performance. Stay hydrated, your muscles will thank you. Here's a quick sample of what a muscle-positive day might look like. Morning, wake up and stretch. Protein-rich breakfast like eggs and berries. Light resistance band routine for about 15 minutes. Hydrate with water or herbal tea. Midday protein lunch like a chicken wrap or some Greek yogurt. A short walk after eating. Make sure to sit with good posture, no slouching. Take a mental break or a nap, but keep it to 20 to 30 minutes max. Evening. Dinner with fish or legumes and vegetables. Gentle mobility exercises or yoga. Enjoy a relaxing activity like reading, listening to music, or spending time with family. For your sleep routine, avoid screens 1 hour before bed, and consider magnesium if needed. With this kind of rhythm, you protect your muscles 24/7, not just during workouts. Remember, every small step you take adds up. Consistency is key. Keep moving, stay mindful of your nutrition, and give your muscles the care they deserve. You have the power to maintain and even improve your muscle health at any age. Here's the reality no one tells you. Every day, your body is either building you up or breaking you down. There is no neutral zone. Catabolism sneaks in through the smallest cracks. Skipped meals, long TV sessions, restless nights. But with the right awareness, you can stop the leak and start rebuilding from the inside out. You're not fragile, you're adaptable, and your muscles, even at 60, 70, or beyond, are waiting for the right signal to grow. Give them that signal, every day, starting today.